Greetings. Greetings and salute. This video here, you need to share it with your brothers and sisters. It's a survival kit on how to do for self, and you could put it in each and every neighborhood where you live. Jesus stated this in the Bible at one point in time, that if you give a man a fish, he only eat for one day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And like I told you before, by me having uncles that knew how to get money, they could get money out of a lamppost. I had this business back in the 80s, 70s, late 70s. My uncle taught me how to sell fish door to door, which most brothers wouldn't do that because they don't want to smell like fish, so they wouldn't handle this. But we was making sometimes $500 a day. And then we also had landscaping hookup and janitorial business. You gotta learn how to use a buffer, but they don't have to use a buffer nowadays because they got wax that gloss like a buffer gloss. That telephone number there is no more in use. It's called, it's 20 years, 30 years old. And then another message I want to give is you're looking for divine intervention to come in and save you from Satan. Your intervention came with the coming of Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, who gave you a living example on how to do for self, prototype of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when he died in 1975, he had a $60 million empire and brothers doing for self. His son came in and destroyed the business. Everybody been blaming Wallace. That's been over 45 years ago. And then when Farrakhan came, he started off like he was going to do and pick it up where it left off, but then he is falling short. Ain't no other way to say it. The only thing he got is a word. But the demonstration, the physical aspect, ain't paying off. Everybody just want to talk good and rap good, like him, and like Malcolm, and like Dr. Khalid and other brothers, Muhammad Ali. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the perfect example, because not only did he talk the talk, he walked the walk. See, so without further ado, this is in Detroit, and don't forget that even though these brothers are Christians, that's their fishery. CDC, I don't know if it's still running. Farms and Fisheries, Central Detroit Christians. They doing for self. And it's an inspirational piece.
Right now we have 6 employees total, and we plan on quadrupling that number at full production. And that's still a drop in the hat for employment. There's hundreds of people looking for jobs in our neighborhood who are underemployed and unemployed. without the right skill set. As a demographic, we're dealing with, about 70% government assistance benefits, third grade reading education on average, and 30% vacancy. We're up against all odds. So this is a community development-based business. So you have to live in our target zip codes to work here. And what we're really doing is trying to improve work skills and trade relations as the green industry is building in the city. And this is the first licensed aquaponics farm in the city of Detroit. How it all works is that we have a sprinkler system, and this is nutrient-rich fish water that has been processed and filtered, and it pumps upstairs. We emit it through these sprinklers for our aeroponics system. It oxygenates the roots, and so we get explosive growth, as you see here, to the point where eventually they'll dip down into the reservoir and pick up the excess silt left behind from the fish waste. All the plants you see here, we start them by seed back here in our germination area. At about a month and a half, the plants are large enough to implant to the system, which is what James is working on back here. Behind you on this side is our microgreen production area. So we're doing things like sunflower shoots, pea shoots, wheatgrass, bean sprouts, very lucrative crop that is actually much higher in antioxidants and essential oils than the actual full-grown adult crop, and it's fast. So microgreens are used mostly for salads, soup, sandwiches, stir fries, things like that. So when you think about traditional tilapia stock, it's coming from China and it's coming from Latin America. They're also heavily pumped with antibiotics and hormones just to keep them alive long enough to get to America, where we can buy 10 fillets for $3 to $4. Once females start breeding and producing eggs, they don't really grow, and so they lose their production value weight. So when they're babies, actually, the main procedure is to introduce sex-reversing hormones that will turn females into males. Here, we do not do that. So again, no antibiotics, no hormones, no steroids. None of that happens with the fish. We use organic, non-GMO food for the fish, and that's all they receive. This is our breeder set right here. By finding this breeder from Florida, we are able to produce about 98% male offspring.
Now, we're going to pause it right here. We currently are talking about the devil's Bible. You're looking for divine intervention, right? It's it came for you. See, right now, brothers are not doing for self. They're too interested in playing sports. But you got to get it from the earth. The real wealth is in the earth. But you got to till that soil, man, and work it. We're going to pick up on this a little bit later on. Finish showing you how to do for self with this video right here. And until then, sometimes sugar, sometimes salt. I'm trying to lift you up, wake you up, but if I don't, it ain't my fault. I'm Black Light.